Hi there. Thank you for joining me, Jill Wilson from the Equality Practice. Today, I have the pleasure of being joined by another amazing guest, a man I have had the joy of working with and getting to know over the past 6 years. He is a local businessman, a member of the Islamic community. He runs a charity, Love for Orphans, that helps orphans across the globe, and he is a devoted husband and father. Somir Abdul, welcome to Including Me.
Hi, Jill.
Hello. So today, Somir, you're joining me to discuss the work that we have done over the past 6 years, which has all been about promoting inclusion and cohesion and addressing some of the nasty side all the nasty side of racism. We've worked together at Grimsby Town Football Club. Do you want to tell me a bit about that, what that meant to you and what you did?
Yeah, I did, yeah. We had an event at the Grimsby Town Football Club, and it was a community event which everybody from the community was invited to, and we reached out to the ethnic minority community as well. And it was the first time we saw, well, I personally saw, I'm sure many others as well, that they've never ever been to probably a football club before. Everybody was sat in the terraces. There was different events going around the stadium as well. And, me and my wife, we had the pleasure of cooking as well for the football club. First time maybe over 100 years that somebody's been there to serve, Asian food to everybody that came. So, that was an experience for us. And I'm sure for everybody who came to the club as well. So I quite, we enjoyed doing that, and it was really nice to do something.
But this was in 2017.
Yeah.
And at the time, I believe the club was about 142 years old, something like that. Somebody's going to correct me. But for the first time in 142 years, a guy from an ethnic background and his wife, for the first time ever, served food that was not pie and chips.
Pie and chips, yeah. Yeah, everybody that we served the food to, they couldn't believe it, because everybody was coming up to the, counter and thinking, they're going to get the regular pie and chips and, whatever the, burger and chips and things like this. But we had so much, different stir fries and everything, cooked up, and, the queues were long, and, we really enjoyed, doing the event as well. And I'm sure we will be invited back.
I'm sure you will, because I was at that event, as you know. We organised it together, and we saw the people that were coming. We saw the queues to the van that you were cooking in. And actually, I remember seeing Graham. He's the manager of the Grimsby Town Sports and Education Trust, who was also part of organising it. He was walking away with a great big wrap full of, I think it was chicken tikka.
Yeah, chicken, yeah. It was chicken stir fry in a wrap, yeah.
He went, this is gorgeous,
And then all the football players, came afterwards as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did, yes. The players came as well, and but my son was there as well, and he's he goes to the football regular as well. He's a season ticket holder, and
really?
It was really, really nice experience for him as well, and he enjoyed it.
Did you get any photos of that? I know you were really busy.
No, you know what? I tried to get the photos, but I was that busy and the queues were that long. I couldn't even get out the van to take the pictures of them.
Oh, what a mess!
Yeah,
that would have made great photographs.
Yeah. Well, it was nice. It was nice, really nice.
So I know that you worked really hard on that day. I mean, it was hot in that van, wasn't it? You were hot.
It was, yeah.
And you was there, a good full day, you and your wife.
Yeah.
You worked really hard at this. What motivates you to get involved with this sort of work, Somir?
It's from really early days. I've always wanted to work with community work, and I always have been internally, even through my own community, the Muslim community, the Asian community, or any community that needed the help, I've always asked them. Even yourself, I've always said, if there's anything that you need doing, whether it doesn't have to be cooking, even though, I've been cooking all my life. I'm a chef as well by trade. And any charities, I've always said along, I don't want any money. Whatever you're going to pay me, pay the money to the charity, donate it to them. And I've always had this within me to work for the community and try and get involved in any way to make things better, really. The main thing, the racial issue is, it's a big issue in Grimsby at the moment, and it always has been. So I've always tried to help with, work with the communities. I've been to many police meetings as well, and we've tried to, get across to everybody really in any way we can. And it's not going to be, an easy task, for the present and for the future. But at the end of the day, somebody has to work with them, and we have to overcome this one way or the other. So
well, let's get to the nitty gritty. Sorry to keep interrupting. It's a bit hard on Zoom to get your topic right. But the nitty gritty of it, Somir, is when we talk about racism, unfortunately, some people think because that ugly side of racism that was in the 70s is not so much prevalent today, so therefore racism doesn't exist. Today, in 2020, what does racism look like to you and members of your community? How does it manifest itself?
To me and the community, it's still, the problem is everybody's scared to come out and they think that nothing's going to be done about it. The police not going to do anything about it. Community leaders or councillors, local councillors, or even the MP, they're not going to, listen to our voice. I think that's, a big concern within the community, thinking that if nothing's going to be done, am I going to be wasting my time, trying to pursue this? And even with the police nowadays, everybody knows without any evidence, you can't really do anything. But at the time it happens, an incident happens, there is no evidence really apart from you and the person who the issue is with. So it is difficult, but I'm sure if everybody got together and try and did something about it, we can move forward and try and eradicate racism in the community and throughout the UK and the world. So
the way we do it. I mean, you can only take one step at a time, and it is not just about it's about a culture change, isn't it? It's about changing the whole community. And
absolutely. And organizations like yourself as well, the Equality Practice, you're doing so much for the community to raise awareness. And I wish there was more groups, and charities and organizations like yourself. Without you guys, we can't really get anywhere. So I'd like to thank you and your organization, and your partner as well for doing what you're doing in the community to raise the awareness. And without you, I don't think we could get anywhere or forward with any issues we have in the community.
Thank you, Somir, for saying that. I mean, we're just a very small organization, and it's really hard to to raise our profile as working with people like yourself, and raise the profile of what we're trying to achieve, which is, and maybe this podcast, this Zoomcast of including me, where we give people a voice to say what's going on, is a step in 2020.
Definitely.
On that note, I'm going to thank you very much for your time. We will speak in the future. Hopefully you will agree to join us on another Zoomcast, and we can look at some of your work that you're doing in a little bit more detail.
Okay, definitely. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you very much.